Hello guys, how are you doing? This is gonna be ugly, I think. So I want to introduce the first chapter of my new book, which was just published on Substack. And now this what you are seeing is the image what I want to or will use as cover image for my book. It's a Renaissance painting, and it's something to do with Venus, and also the guy who is falling down. Uh, the guy with the hammer. It's also some kind of god. Is it Mercury? It might be Mercury. Yes, I think it's Mercury, but with a reddish helmet. Also, he looks a bit heavy. It's kind of mixed with another god, the god with the hammer, Hephaestus. Anyway, so I'm not gonna talk much more about this, but now I'm gonna talk about the book a little bit. Mm, so, oh, this is not very visible, I guess. Um, so, oh, gonna make it a little smaller, like this. Mm, so, this is still not good visible. Okay, this is a little better maybe. So this is a preface. I'm not going to read the whole preface because TikTok videos are very short and fast-paced, and I don't want to take much time explaining too much about things which are not very important, but just a little bit important. At the same time, I don't know if it's not. See some flickering and flickering, but I'm not sure if it's on the original video. Um, so what I was gonna say, not this kind of preface. I want to give another little preface, thinking about the necessity of critical theory and critical thinking. And this might be a little bit hard to explain. At one time, I guess it's still prevalent, but at the same time, I feel it has been a little bit lost. And there was, now this is getting much too lengthy, I'm sorry, but so there was an article about one sociology guy, and he was trying to explain about the science of sociology, and he was saying that sociology is a little bit left leaning or something like that. And so there was a little bit discussion about this in some German newspapers. And so what I want to say is this just a little bit example, because in sociology usually the idea is to become aware of such tendencies, and this in this case it was related to so the argument was that in sociology there's a lot about equality these days, that equality is a very basic value, and it should be seen as important that everyone kind of has the equal chances. And from this perspective, it almost seems that differences can become a little bit dangerous. So, um, so this is very abstract concepts, but so when we have, for example, this ideal that everyone should be equal, which is a very basic liberal and also, um, I guess, liberal democratic and also, I guess, left leaning value, traditionally going back to at least Rousseau, I guess. And so if you have this basic value, and if this is embedded in the way sociology or other sciences are working, so if you write an article about it and make this racist question, this could already be seen as going against equality, because um, if you wouldn't even bring up the topic, then it could be understood that that one could just go on with the same practice as it has been doing for a longer time. At the same time, the idea of sociology or a science is actually consistent with also raising the awareness and practicing some kind of abstract thinking, and not just being caught up in the identification with a single value alone, but also with an underlying method. Oh my God, this is really was not a good idea to start with this. Also, I actually wanted, so now I want to talk maximum 10 minutes and it's already 8 minutes. So now I'm gonna just read my stupid book. The fullness of life. To make a conquest or not to make a conquest. Why did this form of language of toxic masculinity have to be perpetuated? In fact, every breath, every look, every touch, every image on the television was toxic masculinity. Existence is toxic in itself. This may seem like an exaggeration to defenders of toxic masculinity. Her thoughts were once again running into emptiness. Why should we even concern ourselves with such topics? Why should you stick to it? The shaman had said that the most important thing is to maintain a certain level of awareness. Beyond that, it didn't matter much what label you put on yourself, as it was all about being able to feel morally superior. She wasn't a real writer, but she was interested in making amends for wrongs that had happened. What could be wrong with that? The mirror game of the world that is ending should keep alive the injustice of past times in historiography in order to create a kind of justice and not leave everything to the victors. But after winners came new layers of winners. A game of the mind with different roles that created order and chaos. Was life worth it? Okay, this was 10 minutes, so this was not even the first chapter, but I'm gonna stop.